Hello, and welcome to WSTB Clarksville. My name is Richard Wesley, and I'm the pastor of St. Bethlehem United Methodist Church. I'm here with our administrative assistant, Ashley Kettle. Ashley, hello, how are you doing today?
I'm well, thank you. And you?
I am doing well. Let's talk about what's going on this weekend at St. Bethlehem United Methodist Church. We have at 10 a.m. our devotional room. It's a Zoom room, and I share just a short devotional, and we just kind of stay connected and check on each other and see how we're doing. If you want to be part of that, the link to that is in the weekend e-blast. If you do not receive the e-blast, if you will email Ashley at the church office, the email is stbumc@gmail.com. And so if you will send an email and ask to be placed on the e-blast list. Then at 11 o'clock is our worship service. This is a YouTube experience. The link to this is also in the e-blast. It can also be found online at www.stbumc.com. Now, this Sunday is the last teaching in a 6-week series on God's creativity. And this week's story, I'm calling it Designing Love. This week's story is where Abraham sends his servant to find a wife for his son Isaac. It's a fascinating story. They don't arrange marriages the same way we arrange marriages in our culture, but it's a fascinating story, and it shows us the great love of God, even in our selecting a husband or a wife or a mate for life. So we invite you to be part of that. Then on Wednesday evenings, we have a Zoom room Bible study. We are in 1 Thessalonians, and this is the earliest Christian writing in our Bibles. So if the New Testaments were arranged in the years that the letters or the writings were written, this would be the very first book in our New Testament instead of Matthew. So it's the earliest. It is the earliest evidence in our Bible, year-wise, that there is such thing as Christianity. It's a fascinating study. It's a short letter, and we're looking at that on Wednesday nights. Again, the link to that is found in our e-blast. All right, Ashley, I think you have a top 5 for us.
I do.
Today.
But before I get to that, I want to remind everyone that it's also Communion Sunday.
Oh, thank you. It is, yes.
Oh.
Yes. So thank you, Ashley. Have your bread and wine ready, or beverage of your choice, and you can partake in Holy Communion at 11 o'clock during the worship service with us. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you for reminding us.
Okay, so my top 5, I was planning to go a different direction today, like looking at things that I'm looking forward to in July. But as I was making my lunch, I decided a whole different thing. I opened up a new package of lunch meat, and it said easy open. If the package is labeled easy open, it's not. And maybe these are for me only,
No, I can relate to that.
So, okay. If something and I guess this is all food related. Well, not all of it. Okay, no, it's not all food related. If there's something like a pizza marked delicious and good for you, you can bet it's not delicious. I mean, that's me anyway. I don't want a good for you pizza. If I want pizza, I don't want it on cauliflower crust, okay? That's
so those two phrases on the same package are incongruent.
Yes.
It's either delicious or
Correct.
It's good for you. It isn't both.
Correct. Yes.
I love it.
Okay. If something is labeled childproof, it's not childproof. It's Ashley proof. So, yeah, we had when I lived at home and my niece was living with us, my youngest one, Jamie, they had the locks on the door because she would like climb up the wall, door. She could get out of anything. She had to
Jamie,
show me how to use those, and she's like 3 years old, okay, at the time. I couldn't get out of the house, and here I am like 18 or 19. I don't know.
That sounds like Jamie.
Yep.
I love it.
Another piece of sage advice. Just because you can does not mean you should. And probably the best advice that I can give. If it says proceed with caution, proceed with caution. I mean, don't just haphazardly go on through there because there's a reason.
And whether you know it or not, you might not want to find out, so proceed with caution.
Yes. So there you go. My top 5 pieces of sage advice, if that's what you want to call it. I don't know.
Sage advice from Ashley. I love it. Thank you, Ashley. Well, this concludes this weekend's episode of WSTB. Aren't you glad that you viewed this weekend to get such sage advice from Ashley? Well, say goodbye, Ashley.
Goodbye, Ashley.
Goodbye, Ashley. Sage advice from Ashley. I like it. Thank you.
I fought with that ham package. I don't know how long before I gave up and went and got scissors.